Coucou mes puces, hello my loves, marhaba habibete. So I know I said in the last foundation review Monday that we were done with foundation review Mondays for a while, but then I went shopping and I got a new foundation, so I thought I would share it with you all. If you can, just quick disclaimer, if you can hear like banging noises, like, you know, hammer banging, mortars, no, that's mortar and brick. I'm getting off on a tangent. If you can hear banging noise, because there's some construction happening out there and I have the windows closed, but I can still hear it. So anyways, that aside, we are going to talk about foundation, and it's what's on my face today, and let me show you what it is. So it is the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. Now, I didn't actually know that they had a foundation stick. I thought it was just the liquid foundation. So when I went to Harrods, there's a haul coming up either tomorrow or next week. I've had a couple hauls and I've tried to space them out on Tuesdays. So the Harrods haul will either be tomorrow or next week. I can't remember. But they were having 10% off. And since Tom Ford is one of those places where it was like, it's one of those counters I didn't have access to before. And I was scared of having access to now because I knew I was going to go a little crazy. I was like, it's 10% off. It's meant to be. So when I went to like play with lipstick or whatever it was at Tom Ford, I ended up picking up this guy. And when she said, let me put a little foundation on you, I'm getting so ahead of myself, it's not even funny. Okay, we're gonna launch into story time for a second. I went in to get Bruised Plum, which is like a really, really gorgeous, vampy, night mothy color. I saw it on Jess's channel, who's Gem or Jerica? Jess or Jerica? Oh, no, Gem or Jerica, like Gem in the holograms. I'll link her channel down below, but I saw her wear it, and then my friend Noelle was like, it's such a beautiful color, you need it. So I went to try out that lipstick, and what happened was I didn't have an ounce of makeup on other than that. So once I put it on, she's like, well, let me put some foundation on you so you can get the true look of it, and then some blush, and then what you'll see in the haul. But this is the foundation that I picked up, and I was actually curious about it because I'd never known them to have a stick foundation. I just had seen the liquid one. So it is what's on my face today, and I will insert a little demo of me applying it. So what I really like about this guy, I tend to put it on a brush and then put it on my face just because I don't want it, it's a cream product. If I put it right on my face, just sanitary reasons, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I would suggest a really dense brush. So mine is the Sigma F, I think 82 or 80. It's the rounded top, not the flat top that everyone talks about. Anyways, I suggest a dense brush because it's a cream based foundation. So you're going to want that brush to buff it all in. And I just wanted to show you the two sides of my face just because it's a very, very natural finish, even though it's quite a full coverage effect. Like as you can see with me today, it is pretty full coverage, but it does really just look like skin. And it's really gorgeous. I was really, really surprised by how lovely it was. And my sister was with me, and she's my barometer of like, are you being sucked into the glam of the counter or the real thing? And she loved it too, and she was like, your skin just looks like skin but better. And I wore it outside, and the whole day it didn't oxidize, and it sat really nicely on my face. In terms of wear time, I'm trying to think. I probably took my makeup off at around the 8-hour mark, and I didn't see any fading at that point. She had primed my face with some of the Tom Ford primer. I didn't pick any of that stuff up, but as far as she was telling me about the primer, it's less about long wear and more about sort of just creating sort of a soft finish to the face. So I have it on today with my Hourglass primer, and I really like it. Let's talk about packaging. So it comes in obviously the little Tom Ford box. And then it looks like this. Got the gold detailing, the TF on the top, and then it pops open and it's just sort of a twist up stick like this. So yeah, I am in the shade 3, or Fawn is the name of the shade. And I would really, really recommend heading into a counter if you can to get color matched, just because on the website, so I pulled up the Tom Ford website, Fawn looks really dark, and it's definitely not dark. I'm about, okay, let's try to see an Urban Decay 2, between a 2 and a 3 in the Urban Decay, NC25 in MAC. a 20 in the Chanel foundation. I'm just trying to think. A Skin Base 7 or the Mascara. I'll link my whole foundation review playlist down below. So if there's a foundation that you're color matched in, you can sort of have a look. There's like 30 videos or something crazy like that. I checked the other day. I was like, how have we done so many foundation reviews? So I mean, if you and I are in similar skin tone, 3 might be really great for you. But if not, I would really recommend trying to get color matched, just because the colors on the website don't look true to color. There also didn't seem to be a huge variety of color selection, so another reason to sort of go and make sure that the color that looks closest to your shade actually matches. Last thing I want to tell you, it is $80 though, so that is definitely something. It's probably the most expensive foundation I've tested, but sorry, there's my books. I got an Amazon order, and that's why there's a box of, I'm very distracted in this video, a box behind me, so I'm trying to like sit up straight so you can't see the mess, but there's literally nowhere else for me to put it. So anyways, yeah, the only other stick foundation that I've tested is the Bobbi Brown one. I can link that video down below as well. I really, really loved the finish that gave. It was just so beautiful, so flawless. But my only problem with it was that I have a probably normal to oily skin, and that foundation just left me looking like an oil slick. Like I was just really like dewy, but not in a pretty way, especially like in my T-zone. Whereas with this guy, sure, I do get a little bit of dewiness, but I feel like even as it wears on through the day, it doesn't look like I'm greasy, if that makes sense. It just gives a really beautiful airbrushed finish. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to tell you about this guy. Any questions though, leave it down for me below, because I've been a little bit distracted today. Leave it for me down below. What else did I want to tell you? I think that's it. I definitely recommend it, especially like the holidays coming up if you want to splurge for yourself or for someone else, or all that kind of good stuff. I've really, really been enjoying it. And I think that's all I wanted to tell you. Next week, fingers crossed, my sweet Sarah, whose Instagram I'll leave down below, Sarah without an H, whose Instagram I'll leave down below, sent me a sample of the Becca foundation. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that can go up next week, and then the week after that we'll do like a top foundations type of video. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you. Oh, so I guess the one last thing, I told you I'm all over the place today, that I wanted to tell you about this foundation is the way it feels on the skin. It is super lightweight, and I don't feel like I can feel it on my skin, just like sitting here talking to you all. But if I touch my skin, it feels a little bit tacky. Not tacky, but like it, you know how if you were to feel the cream itself, it feels a little bit greasy almost. So that's sort of the feeling I get when I touch my face. Not that I do a lot of touching my face, but you know when you're at the end of the day when you like aren't even conscious of it and you just put your hand, yeah, so I can feel it a little bit there. But that being said, I don't feel like it leaves me overly looking oily or that it's heavy or cakey or that kind of stuff, but it is something to be cognizant of. So if you have like little kids or pets, or you're running around and there's like a lot of touching on your face that's happening, that might be something that to be cognizant of. Okay, I think that's it for now, for real. Okay. Let's do 3 points of positivity and I will be off. So my first point of positivity has got to be, I got to go see Rocky Horror. They did a screening of Rocky Horror at the Royal Albert Hall. I went with my sweet Iram, who also has a fantastic Instagram that I will link down below, and it was just a lot of fun. It was definitely a very different vibe. I think that was the first thing she told me when we were finished watching it. She was like, I bet that would be very different than watching it in like the little college theater, and it was a lot more subdued, and I think that had a lot to do with like the really grand hall that they had it in. But we still yelled and did the little, you know what I mean, the audience participation, and danced around and just loved it. So it was still a lot of fun, and it was definitely like a little unexpected highlight to the week. My second point of positivity is my ever-growing fragrance addiction. So I went to try on Portrait of a Lady by Frédéric Malle, I think that's the right way to say it, and it didn't sit on my skin quite the way I wanted, so I tried Musc Ravageur. I think I told you about that in my vlog, which Maybe that's going up tomorrow. I don't even know. I'm losing track of time. But there is a vlog that if it's not gone up at this point, will be going up soon. So I tried Mousse Ravageur and oh my goodness, that perfume. My sister did not really like it on me, but it's just, I loved it. I'll probably do a whole separate video if I haul it, or I'm hoping to do like a fragrance video. But yes, that, even the lingering scents of that perfume are just making me so happy. And then my third point of positivity is I'm filming this on a Friday and I just had like a really cool, zen, easy morning, which has been a rarity recently. It's been go, 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 go. So the fact that I really had time to just like sit and chill for a couple hours this morning was absolutely fantastic. So that's what's been making me smile today. As always, let me know what's bringing you guys joy. I want to send you guys tons of love. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I can never leave you without reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye guys.